I didn't think I would get to this point, but yeah, I think I might be addicted to Umamusume. When people think of highly anticipated gacha releases, attention is typically thrown to the high-budget, semi-open world action RPGs like Silver Palace, Devil's to Everness, or Organize Enfield. A 4-year-old JP gacha only now releasing in global reaches doesn't seem like anything to get excited over, right? Well, life finds a way. If anything, Umamusume bucking the trend of most new releases made its release much more potent. While I wasn't as convinced, skipping the day one hype, a few weeks later I gave the game a shot, and yes, I might have been fully convinced. Most early reviews of the game centered around the very novel and idyllic early game, the main story, getting to grips with URA finale scenario, and getting good enough to fully complete a few career runs. Here, I'll be looking at things from a more experienced point of view, where completing careers is no longer an issue and the focus is now reaching the top. Plus, some waifu appreciation, can't forget that. Since the game's release, there's been a new scenario added to Global, Unity Cup. This scenario expands on the confines of URA finale with new mechanics that are crucial to getting high ratings. TLDW, you want to be balancing friendship trainings with Unity trainings and spirit bursts, white and blue bubbles, with the best trainings being where all the stars align. The ceiling players have been able to reach in this mode is also substantially higher. With good decks, you can quite easily reach A+ rank Umas, with very good ones being able to breach S rank. As you can see here, I have been fortunate to reach S rank with several Umas. High ranks such as S+, SS and even UG though are firmly in whale territory. So how does one get to this level? Firstly, support cards. Unlike other gachas, where the weapon banner is optional whale bait or just not included at all, support cards are more important to pull than the characters themselves. Not only that, duplicates are insanely important across all rarities. A Limburg SSR is worse than a Max Limburg and SR card of the same type. And to get best Umamusume, you guessed it, you ideally want a deck with fully Limburg support cards. There are some silver linings to this though. You are forced to borrow one support card from your friends to complete a 6-card deck. So if there's that one card you didn't pull on due to you saving for future banners, you can find one person who did pull that card and MLB'd it, which saves you a lot of money. Also right now, some SR cards are pretty damn good. If you end up with cards like SR Super Tosho or SR Marvelous Sunday at MLB, there's a high chance you can wrangle good Umas using them. Though another caveat is that most guys you see assume that you have 3 LB keys on black or super quick in your account. Such dominant meta cards aren't super frequent, but can still be a major bummer if you got unlucky or joined late. Second, parents. Before you even step foot into a career, you have to select what 2 parents you want to boost your new Umamusume. Parents can have blue sparks, which boost war stats, pink sparks, which boost aptitudes, and white sparks, which can be anything from additional stats, to skills, to ultimates, and even specific races which can give both. Each parent also has their own grandparents associated with them, Umamusume themselves, and races they've been in affect the compatibility they have with the new Uma you're about to train, and this changes from Uma to Uma. They can be essential for enabling certain Umas to participate in races they otherwise couldn't do. Take this Smart Falco for instance. Naturally she has an E in Turf and a B in Sprint, but with this combination of parents, she can be taken all the way up to Turf A, Sprint A. If Inspiration rolls those sparks again, the aptitude could go up to a maximum of S, which, while not necessary, can be a difference maker in otherwise evenly matched races. Remember that you get up to 5 balls per day from the people you follow. Each trainer that you friend has an associated guest Umamusume they put up to attract others, that and their support card, and inevitably, you can find someone with a parent tailor-made for what you want. Thank that person who got 6 Sprint Sparks onto a Dire Scarlet for your air groove, and soon enough you'd want to double thank them because making your own parents is absolute torture! There are multiple components that go into making a good parent: skill hunting and racing. Racing not only gives you the chance of a white spark, it also increases compatibility with the other parent if they share wins, so obviously you would want to race a lot. Secondly, you want to use cards that give useful skills, some being easier to obtain than others. What makes this absolutely infuriating is the amount of RNG that goes into all of this. Since you can't really try non-goal races yet, it is possible that Uma could just fail to win the race no matter how good her stats are, and not just near misses like 2nd place, I mean 6th place or lower. And as for support cards, while you might correctly assume that there's a lot of RNG associated with getting specific hints to appear in the one, some support cards also have RNG tied to getting key skill hints in their event chains, and missing those can be disheartening. For example, SSR Super Tosho Speed's first event chain has a choice which gives you the chance to obtain Straight Away Spurt, a very useful end cutter skill. Problem is, if you get unlucky, you not only get a mood down, but you also don't get a skill hit either. Congratulations, you missed out on a single chance to get a Spurt. That isn't even an outlier, many other cards are like this. Side games, why? And at the end of the one, the sparks that you do get are still mostly dictated by RNG. It's not fun getting 1-star gas and just 2 whites over and over again, especially when each one eats up one of your precious borrows. And what is all of this for? Is there a reason to become stronger? Let's start with team trials. This is the most basic form of PvP this game has. You form a group for each track type described: sprint, mile, medium, long and dirt, which is always mile in length. If you don't do anything with this mode, you will sink to class 3. The higher the class you manage to obtain, the more counts and friend points you obtain per week. To obtain the most, you want to reach and stay in class 6. The thing is, staying above the retention line in class 6 is really difficult, not helped by them consistently having scores breaching 1 million. So in order to survive, you must have strong Umas. Strong Umas with lots of gold skills that act consistently, strong Umas that net wins against teams above your weight class, and a team with a diverse composition, and have the chance to do this every week. There we go, that's a win for you. The other, much more significant PvP mode is Champions Meeting. Before each CM, there will be a notice about the race course, track type, condition and distance, giving you time to 1. Panic, and 2. Start building Ubers for the event. And if you thought the game wasn't sweaty and painful to win already, you are not prepared for how cutthroat a Champions Meeting gets. All players from every rank and pay class bring the best Umamusume they can. Maybe you'll get lucky and get a casual with a push over the deck. Other times to be faces 15-hour whale with every ounce of performance squeezed out of Umamusume designed to conquer you and everyone else. The two might even be in the same race. You get 4 tries per day, with the goal being to win a majority of your 5 races on the ticket. A CM has multiple rounds. Round 1 is a free-for-all. Winning 3 races here means you advance to Group A Round 2. Fail to do so and you go to Group B Round 2. Round 2 is more of a skill check, especially in Group A. If you end up in Group B, you have to win the majority of the races to advance to the Group B finals. If you're unable to do so, you are eliminated from the CM and can't obtain the final rewards. It's similar in Group A. Winning the majority of the races there lands you in Group A finals, but only winning 1 or 2 times still lands you in Group B finals. If you can't win at all though, you still get eliminated. Then comes the finals. Unlike previous rounds, the finals are a single match that decides your and 2 others' ultimate results. You either win and bask in glory, Group B, first place, or get defeated in shame, 3rd place. Oh, you got 2nd! No way, we actually got 2nd place or 4th. The higher you rank, the better the rewards you get, including special titles. Heard all that? Good, because you better get used to doing this over and over. Thankfully, there is a much more chill PvP mode called Room Matches. You can select from predetermined G1 races or other combinations used for G2s, G3 or open races. Most of the time, Room Matches are used as practice arenas for Champions Meetings, but you are free to create themed matches based on different ideas, like Ha'ula and the Stayer Stakes. Of course, I didn't stay purely to be a gameplay tryhard. There were certain characters, both expected and unexpected, that I ended up adoring. The hooks were set with Elecondor Pasta and Grass Wonder, both part of the golden generation of Japanese horses from the late 1990s. I then branched out, realizing myself with Smart Falcon, Karanjal, Agnes Digital, and last but not least, Gold City.
そこは走って探すとこだと思いますけど。ひとまずマネジには謝っておくか。今日はみんなで料理すんの？ほとんどやったことないんだけど。 ちょっと無理無理無理。はいはい、乗せられとくよ。勝つためにはあんたの力が必要みたいだし、だからよろしくトレーナー。私の相棒。
And first of all, are changeable right now. That's not to mention all the future Umamusume that are coming. Senna one boy. Oh, she's asleep on the train. That's so label. That's so adorable! Yamanen Zephyr, Hoko Talamai, Vivalos, it goes on. A big benefit for waifu searchers is that everyone has an individual career and a prequel Umamusume story which is fully voiced. So during downtime, there's still quite a few things you can do in this game to relax. TLDW, a game with a random but encouraging gameplay loop, lots of complex mechanics that can supercharge each one, but equal amounts of RNG that can destroy it, a competitive community and boatloads of waifu content, so long as you accept that you have to battle with a very unforgiving gacha that requires patience, planning and money to feed back into account. All in addition to the reality that Global is going through the past 4.5 years of JP at 1.5 times speed. It's not a modern action RPG, nor is it a fan service sugar rush, but sometimes that doesn't matter. Now, let's see what happens to the global fanbase when making the track crashes in like a Tunguska event. I hope you enjoyed this rather fun-hearted review of my main gacha game. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Got to do whatever I can to get back on track. Also, please comment down below your thoughts on Umamusume. Are you competitive, casual, or just safe for fan art? Let me know. Okay, time to go out. The most powerful support card in the game is the credit card. True.